All right, welcome back to capitalcompetent.com. Today, we have another portfolio update for you. We are 1 month after our last update. I'm going to show you what I've been thinking, what I've been doing, what I was promising, right? 104, $105 a week, putting it into the portfolio. And after about a year, we finished with $8,200. Now, this is real money. This is real. This is mine. I'm going to be sharing it with you so you can see someone as a medium investor. I'm not claiming to be the best. I'm just showing you results, and there's value to that. I'm showing you real, authentic, not theory. This is me. I'm going to show you my ups and I'm going to show you my downs. Okay? Last week or last month, we went over what my goals were for this year. My goals is to keep growing. I would love to get to 20,000, okay, this year. Now, as the portfolio grows from our investments, 105 a week, right? You'll start to see the gains really take off and take off and take off. Um, it starts becoming less about seed money and more about your talent as an investor. Because if you get a 50% gain on $1,000, that's only 1,500. If you get a 50% gain on $5,000, that's 7,500. If you get a 50% gain on 15,000, you can see where I'm going. But I will always add my 105, and you'll see, even if I completely blow it as an investor, which I had some blunders last year, I've shown you, and I'm proud to show you. Um, I'm not a perfect investor. Nobody truly is. All these people online are just trying to sell you something. I'm just doing this to hold myself accountable. Okay, I've grown multiple portfolios, and this is something that I've always wanted to do. Growing up, learning from YouTube, nobody really took you from zero to, and it wasn't realistic. You're watching these millionaires and all of their money's coming from you, not from their gains. They'll show you screenshots. This is real, authentic. This is what it looks like when I open my account. And when you go down here, I'll show you what it looks like when I open the list. Okay, so let's move on. Proud of where we coming. Okay, and join this portfolio. If you followed this portfolio from day one about a year ago, you'd have $8,200. That's something to be proud of. And it was not difficult. I had to take a hiatus because I was buying a house, fixing it up, renovating. I had to take some money out of this to cover a bill that I didn't even know was possible or I was not aware of, right? But here we are. 1 year later, 8,200. 10K is coming very soon. Okay, let's get into it. Goals for the year. Okay, we are getting to 20,000. If we get to, if we get to, that is my goal. Whether I put in 20,000, whether I lose all my eight and put in 20 this year, I'm getting to 20,000. Okay, and I'll show you how it's possible. Maybe it's not entirely from gains. Okay, we'll learn together. I'm trying to create a community because more likely than not, you have a life of your own. I have a life of my own. This is kind of be in the background, but the more that we grow as a community, the more that we help each other, a rising tide raises all boats. You might come up with a brilliant opportunity that I will never see, and then you can share with our community. We're building something here. 10K very soon. 10K very, very soon. I'm predicting with before March 31st, before the end of the first quarter of the year, we will have $10,000 in this account. I will always show you my wins and my losses. Fully transparent, full transparency. I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna turn the camera on. I'm gonna show you what's going on. No, I'm just gonna be transparent, truthful, honest. Okay? And I'm gonna pride myself on that. Let's take a look at those are my goals. Those will always be my goals for 20. We're 2 weeks into 2026. I'm going to be transparent, These are my numeric goals, which I'm going to get to no matter what. It is January 15th. Let's look at what we're doing. Let's go ahead and slideshow from current slide. What in the world is this? I don't like that. End slideshow. Okay, get that out of here. This is what we're looking like today. Okay, similar setup to the rules I've shown you before. Need to put a little bit more in bonds because that pays you every month. But SPY has just been a powerhouse. Okay, SPY is one of the single greatest investment tools, in my opinion. This is not financial advice, obviously, but you get a mix of the top top 500 companies of the top country in the world, the most freest, the strongest, most powerful nation. It is a updated list. If one company falls off the list, another one replaces it. Constant competition, and you can have ownership in that. It's beautiful, and it pays dividends. Beautiful. My favorite investment tool. Target is finally coming around. Okay, I think that's got a lot of runway to go. Although I sold, I trimmed, if you could see. I trimmed a little bit. I like whenever I see 20%, I take a look at it. Okay, I'm up 20%. I'm playing with house money at this point. I'm leaving this in because I see further runway. I see back to 130 at least. On the high side, 170. Now, where did we get these numbers? When you hear these numbers, okay, the 130 implies back to standard. 170 means they break into the Walmart, which they're already trying to do, but they don't have the grasp on it like um, Amazon and Walmart does. But there's huge potential here, right? And it pays a 4% dividend, which I'm locked in for life. Great investment there. Gold has been killing it, okay? My rule is check at 20%. I still like gold. I don't think gold's going to go down. I mean, it might in the short term, but long term, I don't think it's going to trend downwards. We got our cash right here. A little bit low on cash, actually. I try and keep it around 10 to 20%. But right now, it seems I'm fully invested. So this is what you do as a portfolio manager. You go over these numbers. It's some people love it, some people find it boring. But if you want to make money, you want to build wealth, it's those things you got to do. I enjoy it. Some people don't. Some people like, you know, doing some things. Some people like checkers. Some people like chess. It's just one of those things. But if you're serious about your investing, if you're serious, you got to talk to yourself about these numbers. 40%, I like that. 12%, I don't like that. Okay. 10%, I like that. 7%, I don't like that. Okay. I got to get more cash in here. Maybe that means I'm stuck gonna stop buying some things. Maybe that means I trim some positions. This is the conversation you have to go. And I can tell you what I do, but at the end of the day, you got to figure out what works best for you in your situation. You are not like me. You're an individual. You have your own problems. You've got your own life. You've got your own incentives. You got your own problems. But you have to create it. I'll show you what I do, and then you can use my knowledge to create it for yourself. Your own, maybe 7% cash is good for you. That's for you to decide. I'll show you what I do. I'll show you what works, what doesn't work. But then at the end of the day, you make it yourself. Okay? Bonds, maybe need to get your bonds. Tesla. I am a known hater. Not hater. I don't hate anything. I do not think Tesla. I don't think Tesla is worth $400. I don't think it's worth $300. I think at most, and I mean at most, 80. And some people are going to hear that and say, "What?" But the fact of the matter is, it's only a car company. They're breaking into a super not profitable. I would love, maybe I'm wrong, but I would love for someone to truly tell me how a robo-taxi service makes money. Waymo does not make money. They have to build and maintain cars. Cars are depreciating assets. If they want to have a competitive price, they have to undercut Waymo. That means for anyone to even go for it with Tesla, That means their profit margins are going to be razor thin and people could vandalize it. I just don't it makes no sense to me. I think it's going to be a complete wash. I think I'm going to keep buying puts and I promise you it will pay off. It is not worth it. It's not it the fact that it's included in the Magnificent Seven with Google and Apple and Microsoft. I don't own a Tesla. I use Google every day, multiple times a day. I use Apple every single day. I use Instagram almost every single day. I use my computer, Microsoft, every single day. I have never, I have never used Tesla ever. Why is it $1.5 trillion dollars? It's crazy. Anyway, Oscar, I've been over this a couple times. Watch my previous videos. I'll tell you why I like wash. I don't like how it's a wash sale. Duolingo. Okay, I think this one's very promising, but I cannot go over 5%. It is way too risky. You can see we're down 28%. Tesla and Duolingo, we're down. You look at the big three, this is what you want to see. Allocation and good quality. And then you can get risky, which is what I've talked about in my previous videos. I think Duolingo is going to be, I think they are investing in the long term and they're sacrificing short term. There are plenty of YouTube videos, there's plenty of literature, there's plenty of reading material on Duolingo. Their earnings report just came out. It should not be down. I understand why. I understand completely why Wall Street is downgrading. I understand completely. But should it? No. Take two. Pretty simple. Uh, I think I think GTA 6, whenever it comes out, is going to make over $1 billion in one day. I would like a little ownership in that, so I'm going to slowly be building that up. Not anything over 10, but just over time. Anything under 250, I'm buying. Lulu, I don't like how long Lulu's taking to turn around. This holiday season should be giving them a boost, right? But at the end of the day, it's a premium brand. Okay, if you walk around where I live, Lulu's the king. Yeah, it used to be OnCloud. Yeah, it was Hoka. Hoka's not a thing anymore. OnCloud's really not a thing anymore. It's Lulu. New edition Netflix. I really like Netflix now. I hated it at 130. But that's the cool thing about investing. The company can be churning along, doing its best, and one day it's 130, and you're like, what? Next day it's at 80. I like that. That's the art of investing. I really, really enjoy it. It stimulates conversation, and quality over quantity tends to win. That's why I enjoy it so much. Okay? Now, just because your list, you see this, right? Just because you see this doesn't mean you should just completely copy this portfolio, right? You are your own individual. The only recommendation I can have, and I can't because I'm not an academic advisor, but in my opinion, SPY, gold, and bond are staples in a portfolio. Everything else, you can take risks. I'm passionate, very passionate about this one. I'm passionate about this one. I'd say I'm most passionate about this one. Then I would go Take Two. Then I would go Netflix, Lulu, Oscar, Duolingo. I think Duolingo might be my lowest. That one's probably the most risky. But then again, this is our thought process. My way of thinking is to not, if you build a staple, right? If you contribute like you say you are, if you are consistent, you will make money. That's why there's so many people posting portfolio. I haven't even done that well, but I can consistently show you my portfolio going up. And I'm not even that good. What's impressive is how I've added every single week. I have not missed a week. And if I missed a week, I doubled the next week. I made sure that I put in the money I said I was going to put in. And that is a testament to consistency. That is how you can grow. In 5 years, this is going to be over $1,000 and I'll be up a ton of money. And then I can share a screenshot saying I'm a genius. Am I a genius? No, I am just consistent. Consistency is key. Saving for retirement, saving a portfolio. when I get this to 20,000, maybe I'll put it on a down payment. Maybe I'll show you guys how to buy a house. I'm looking at a second house right now, looking to go in on it with my buddies, right? That's a possibility. Maybe I'll buy a Ferrari. I've always wanted an old Ferrari. Maybe I get 50,000. I just buy an old Ferrari in cash and fix it up. But the purpose of this is capital competent. You can do it. You can save your way. That you're going to listen to people online. You can't. You have to buy my course. You can't save anymore. You can't buy a house anymore. Everything's that is complete bullshit. Okay, you can do whatever you need, set your mind to. All it takes is consistency. All it takes is discipline. Okay, join, subscribe to this channel. That's the only cost I'm asking you. I'm not charging you a course. I'm going to give you this stuff for free. Everything I do for free. All I ask is that you subscribe. Join the community and join the consistency of saving. I'll save it with you. I'll update you at least once a month. Hey, did you put your 400 a month in? I did. That is value. I'm not going to sell you. I'm going to be consistent and I will be there. That's my promise. Now, will I miss some days? Sure, right? I've got life going on. But whenever I can, I promise I will sit down and I will show you consistency and I will show you it's possible and then I'll show you what I'm doing and you will and it'll be the cool thing is in 3 years, I will have gotten better. And if you join today, you will have gotten better and you'd have more money. That's going to do it for me today. Like and subscribe. Let's get that engagement up. Seriously, subscribe. It's the free. It takes one button. It takes one button. You can. I'll post once a month. It takes one button, right? You can watch your regular YouTube, and then once a month I'm gonna pop in. You put your $100 a week in. Cool. Look at us both making money, and that's how we'll grow together. A rising tide raises all boats. Thank you. I will see you next time.